Yes, we can see your screen and we can hear you loud and clear. So without further ado, over to you, Ambesh.
Thank you so much. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to the customer self-service powerful low-code portal session today. Very good morning, afternoon, evening, and night based on the reasons you belongs to. I will try my level best to make the session interactive and alive. So please bear with me for next 50 to 55 minutes max. I would like to briefly introduce myself here, and then I will start with the agenda for the session. So my name is Ambesh Singh, 365 Saturdays community member and the mentor too, currently working with KPMG Deutschland as a Dynamic 365 architect and a technical manager within Microsoft practice. Prior that, I worked with Pearson View and EA Games, and mostly in my career, I worked with Microsoft in different product groups and consultings. I worked with Bing, MSN, and the Dynamic Portals product team and provide consultings in Microsoft global deliveries. So business are constantly challenged to grow, scale, and increase efficiently. At the same time, striving to add service capacity, increase customer satisfaction, and deliver exceptional service, all while improving staff productivity and enhancing the service quality too. So, how do a small business do it, or even the big business or the smart businesses do it at all? So, with the best-in-class Dynamic 365 backed website portal to quickly build secure self-service portals and even the entire websites with no developer required. Make your CDS and a Dynamic 365 data available to the web. A custom application builder provides a seamless customer experience with a responsive solution that optimized for mobile, tablet, and desktop right out of the first things first. Let's see the high level of agenda for today. I will do my best to cover as much as from the following topics and even the topics outside from the list. So we will cover about the Power App portals, why to opt for, how different from the dynamic portals, different portal templates, specifically the customer self-service portals, how to do the CRUD operations on the CDS data from the portals, what's in the Wave 1 release, and something very interesting which is released recently, 2 days back, and few of the valuable references followed by Q&A. So Power App portals allow us to create a low-code, no-code website for our customers. The motto behind is the idea of make it simple, and mark my word, make it simple. With portals are actually extending the capabilities of Dynamic 365 applications. The full capabilities of Dynamic 365 portals previously offered as an add-on on the model-driven app in Dynamic 365 are now available completely standalone inside the Power Apps. These capabilities features are revamped end-to-end experience from makers to create and deploy a website and customize it. With pages, layouts, and content, makers can reuse base designs through templates, add forms, charts, and views to display key data from the common data services to publish to the users. So let's take a use case. So I can give you a brief for my organization. So KPMG has turned off the internal users and external customers. And let's think about the scenario where maybe I need to connect with my IT team for the faulty hardwares or software issues, and maybe the HR team for my leave and vacation policies. Do I need to write an email or call them? Definitely not. I can explore the knowledge base and the forum discussions before approaching them or raising the support tickets. Same as for my end users or the customers. If they need to raise a ticket on new change request, or maybe the new change request, they can use the customer self-service portal. And because it's on the top of the CDS or the dynamic database, we can create a workflow from request to invoice and send bills to them after the work done. And no magic here. And complete process take less than a day to surface it. Let's visit on some of the data facts. And the data is from the last MS Ignite. So we have portals, like portals have 11 million active users, which is 500% tremendous growth from the last year. And not only this, there are 14,000 portals are running, and it's a double in numbers since the last year. And it's keep growing, like it's keep growing. It's not stopping there. And there are approximately 300 million pages views per month, which is 200% growth. And not only the page view increase, but there are 100 million transactions happen per month in those duration. And those transactions referred as a real operation, like CRUD operations, searches, or maybe login and logouts. So just think about the volume, that how the audience or the end users or the business is investing in the portals, and how like Microsoft Soft is taking it very positively as a successful product. So on October 1st, 2019, Microsoft announced the general availability for the Power App portals, and then how it's differ for the dynamic 365 portals which exist earlier. And that is a very common question which generally like people ask me via the seminars or the conferences or maybe in the training too. So I would say the dynamic 365 portals are the Power App portals now. There are completely no change in the structure. There was no downtime, no upgrade required. It done automatically if you just enable the auto upgrades in your admin center, and it's happened in a night, so there was no downtime for that also. And all of the new capabilities are available by default for the existing portals too. So there are only one thing changed, and which is the branding. So initially it was a dynamic 365 portals, and now we call as a Power App portals. And definitely the license too, because it revamped. Initially you need to pay as a standalone application charges. Now you need to, like, the complete licensing plan has been has been changed. So it's very important, if you are selling or if you're going to use it, please go through the licensing plan. I'm pretty sure, like in the previous there was a heat when Microsoft changed the licensing plans. People were not happy, even the developers or the business users, they were really not happy who sell the product, because it converted in a different way, like you need to pay per page views, per logins or something like that. I wrote a LinkedIn article. I will share the URL, or maybe I can share it in after the session. So you can just go through and just check what the licensing changes has been done for the Power App portals. So portals are not new, like as I told, they exist since years. So it started from the ADX, then Microsoft Dynamic Portals, and now the Power App Portals. So major announcement for the Power App Portals came on the April 2019 as a private preview, and which is followed by July 2019 as a public preview. On October 1st, 2019, like as I told earlier, Microsoft announced the Power App Portal as a general availability, or the GA, with loaded lot of cool and the new features. And the current release is 9.2.2.15. And so, like, in this particular release, apart from the bug fixes, there are some major changes included, like entity permission check on the entity form should not be required for the file attachments to work in the form, but you must assign the create, append, and append to permission to the annotation entities. At the same time, like forum replies are not working for the languages which support the double byte characters like Chinese or the Japanese. So these changes were also added in the 9.2.2.15. I will talk more about the 2020 Wave 1 release in the subsequent slides. And there was something new popped up 2 days back, so I will explain those too. So, like it's a low-code solution for creating multilingual responsive websites for the users external to your organization, as well as for the internal employees. It's a content management system that built right in the CDS and easily interacted with your CDS data. On the top of that, you can actually control your content also, or your data, by using the pre-built security framework features. So use any of the commercial or enterprise login providers like Microsoft accounts, LinkedIn, Azure AD B2C, Google, Facebook, or even allow the anonymous access. So you have industry graded solution available for that. And it's not only this, like use it like it's used the WYSIWYG designer. What you see is what you get to create a website content based on the responsive designs run on any platform like desktop, tabs, or mobile. Power App portals are based on the Bootstrap 3.3.x, which is like there's an exception for the event portal. So portals developers should not replace the Bootstrap 3 with other CSS libraries, as some of the scenarios or the basic functionality in the Power App portals are dependent on those Bootstrap libraries. So if you're creating a new library, you need to just take care about that you are actually wrapping around that. And it's built on the top of CDS, like as I told, and it will cascade all of the features along with data like security, like data protections, views, form, charts, dashboard, and so on. And it's a pro-dev extensibility and templating capabilities to design complex business process. So as I told initially, like it's a low-code, no-code solution. So it doesn't mean that there is nothing for the developer. So there are complex business requirements, and Microsoft is really putting a lot on the pro-dev conceptual also. They are not kicking out the developers from the portals. So you can use a pre-built templates like customer self-service, partner management, event management, community self-service, or maybe you can create your own template on the top of that. So setup experience for portals are very quick and easy. You have simplified designer. In German, we generally call this as a clicky bunty. So with just few clicks, you can surface serious data on the top of rich predefined templates. I will give a pause on the slide running here, and I will quickly show something in the portal. So maybe it is quite easy for the audience to correlate that. So let me just quickly open my browser. And here we go. So what you need to go, like from where you need to start, you simply need to go to the make.powerapps.com. And it's for the normal business users. If you are really interested in the new features, then you can go make.preview.powerapps.com. Like you will get some new features available there, which is not available for the general audience. So there are multiple ways to create a portal. Like on the home page, you can just click on the portal from blank. This is the one way. The second way, you can simply go to your like a create left navigation, and you can actually create it from there too, for portal from the blank. The third way, you can go to the apps, and from the apps also you can just create a new app and portal from here. So you can take any of the example. Let's go back to the home, and I will just look for the all templates too here. So I just need to show you that what all the templates are available within the portal. So as I told, like we have a community, we have a customer self-service, we have a partner, employee self-service, we have customer portals, which is in preview. It's a new one which integrated with the supply chain management, and as per the Microsoft, it was about to release on June 2020, and I think it should be applicable by the time now. So these all the things you can do, and you can just start portal from the blank template. In that case, it will give you the starter template on the top of that. So you just give the portal name there, maybe my portal or something. You need to just give the address for your portal and just select the available language from your CDS. So if you have the languages available there, you can just opt any of the available language. For me, it's showing English because I have just enabled the English language in my CDS. So that is the way you can create it. The moment you will create it, you will get a portal like rendered you maybe in 30 seconds, which is very quick. Initially, I do remember when we used to work on the Dynamics portal, it took around 20 minutes, sometimes to 40 minutes, like it extended. So it's really quick, and yeah, you can leverage this kind of stuff there. Let me quickly back to the slide. So that was the first thing, like you got to know that, okay, from where you can spin up your portals. And now the second thing, like after you created the portal, the next question is from where you can customize them, because definitely you need a bit of customization. How you will decide the themes, images, navigation, pages, content of your own website? Answer is pretty simple. And if you remember that I told, mark my word, make it simple. And Microsoft provided the portal design studio for all of this. It's a WYSIWYG experience, like whatever you will do on the design studio, you will see the same impact immediately on the portals. So it's a simplified portal designer to customize content of your website, create and manage pages, navigation, theme, etc. in just a few clicks with increase of productivity in the like a multifold way. And you have an option to choose a predefined page layouts. If not matching with your business requirement, you always feel free to create your own templates using the page and the web templates available in the portal solution. So just excuse me for the now if you are not getting like a web template, page template or something. I will give you a brief very soon, but it's not very important stuff now. The idea is like it's very simple to create it. And it's not only like designer not only allowed you to change the look and feel, but also provide you a way to integrate your CDS or the dynamic data like forms or the views in just a few clicks. So all of the fields of the form will remain same metadata. And not only this, you can put more magic on the top of that, like it's more icing on the cake. You can go with the captchas on the same form, especially if your page is having anonymous access. So portal provides you the maximum reusability, means less pain. So definitely you can extend on the top of that. So portal are meant for the users outside of your organization, like definitely your customers, and as well as for the internal employees. So authentication and anonymous user always come in the picture in that case, and especially when it comes to the data, because as I told, like portal are just not for some static stuff or the website. It's your dynamic or the serious data. So you can enable a variety of commercial login providers like Microsoft, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, etc., as well as the enterprise providers like Azure AD B2C, Okta, Auth0, etc. And here Microsoft actually recommends for use Azure AD B2C as a preferred provider, but you are feel free to use any one of them where you are comfortable in as per your business requirement. So portal supports self-service in terms of registration and profile management out of box. It's allow user to link or delink identities from the different identity providers. So suppose you forget your password for the Twitter, but you can still log in via your LinkedIn credential if you already mapped your account or the contact in the portal. And this is very powerful feature that your identity will not be loosed in the portal. You create a case after login from Microsoft account. And the next time you logged in via Twitter or maybe LinkedIn or the Google account, you can still see your all the data as same as from the different identity provided, because your profile is same there, is a single profile and is a one contact in the series or the dynamics. So it also enable anonymous access for the context content like FAQs, contact us, about us, office location, etc. And you can provide the hybrid content also on the same page, like you can expose the sales or the HR head email ID and the direct contact number just for the logged in users. So contact is a core and of the like a portal identity management, and it helps to support not only the B2B or the B2C model also. Like an example, a case is submitted by maybe Raj is like he should be definitely able to see his cases, but and this like this is the example of the B2C, but at the same time, like I have a B2B scenario where a case submitted by me on the like 360 against the 365 portal. So because he's from my same organization, same account, he should also be able to see my cases which is raised by me. So there should be no duplication of the cases within the system. And that is something where the contact is coming in the picture, where the web roles are coming in the picture. So I will just brief you on that too very soon. And which is like responsive and the multilingual website, which is for me it's really important because as an external user, like your portal is not for just for the internal users, for the customers, and external user facing sites need to be perfect in terms of the UI and it look and feels because it's represent your brand actually. And responsive websites which run on every platforms, every surface, every browsers is internally supported by the Bootstrap theme and provided you the pixel perfect website. And the good part here that you can customize as much as you can, and not only the things you need to consider to use that Bootstrap patterns keep like website responsive. So you just need to think about that you're not breaking the Bootstrap patterns. And not only this, it support all the serious languages except RTL market like a Hebrew and maybe Arabic. And it also support the variant of the multiple languages, like an example, English UK, French Canadian, not only French France or English India or English US. Like this, it support around 180 variants, and which is not less for the worldwide audience. And just keep this in mind, it needed to be tied with one of your listed CDS languages, because your forms content, your list content, they are coming from the CDS. So most important thing here is the accessibility, and which is the core thing in any Microsoft product since last 5 to 7 years, and Portal are not an exception for this. So all of your controls and the layouts are 100% supported by the accessibility stuff and supported by the WCAG 2.0 now. So WCAG stand for the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, and it standard came from the W3C guidelines. And it's not like if you are making any customization in the layout, you need to share the responsibility with Microsoft to keep your customization compliance to WCAG. And WCAG already declared the next version 2.1, but honestly, I'm not sure which version Microsoft will release or provide this standard out of box with the portal. So this is another important aspect, like for Portal, CDS is the core, and it doesn't mean that you are not leveraging the beauty of the other Microsoft product or the services. So, like you can integrate with the Power BI embedded components, like for reports, dashboard, and tiles. You can integrate with the SharePoint and Azure Blob for the documentation storage. You can integrate with the Azure AD B2C as an identity provider. You can integrate with Azure Application Insight for the telemetry uses. And not only this, like you can use also the Azure Application Gateway, is a WAF, like a web application firewalls for providing additional security. So you can consume and integrate your product with the other Microsoft products too. And let me just quickly give one more stuff here, which I can show you. So just for example, like you can just simply go to the admin. Let me quickly go. So in the admin, this is the admin panel for the portals, and you can actually enable the custom errors from here. So I don't want to disable because I need to keep it enabled. I already did it. And you can actually enable the diagnosis logs also. So an example, you can give your blob storage account here, then you can give the retention period. So if you're working on the dev environment, I would always prefer to just keep the retention period less, maybe 30 days is more than enough. And definitely if it is a production, then you can pick the 180 days also, because you need to retain your data. And apart from your logs, there is nothing to debug if some issues are coming or popping up. But you always need to think about, because now you are integrating with the Azure, so you need to pay the Azure storage charges. An example for this, like I already included with the Azure storage, and I can just quickly see on the portal errors. A second. Blob containers, telemetry logs, site 2020. So an example, you can explore it. You can just go and pick any of the log files from there, and you can see, okay, what is happening in my portal. If something is not working, you definitely need an insight for that one. For the dev, it's okay. You can just like debug it in some way, but for the production and maybe I think for UAT also, it's not very much feasible and possible. So it's always good to have the logs for that one, and you can configure it. And believe me, it just take around 5 to 10 minutes to configure. So it's not a big pain for us. Okay, so which is somehow very important. Like I explained while creating the portal that you have a multiple templates. So let me just give you a brief of the templates, and it's really, really important because you need to be very wise by choosing any of the template. So if you think that you need to just targeting the external audience, then maybe for the forum or maybe community discussion, then maybe the community is the right way for that one. If you're just using for your internal employees, then definitely you are not going to use the customer portal or the custom portals. You can go with the employee self-service portal. So I just give you a brief about that. Like an example, the community portal. So the target audience is for the partner and the customers for that. And you can choose this option to provision a portal that is focused on online community. The portal will contain features such as a form, ideas, blogs, or the case management. And you can opt for the customer self-service portal for the partner and the customer again. But this option provides you the ability for the portal users to search knowledge articles also. You can submit the cases and participate in the discussions, discussion forums, or to resolve the issues. Then you have a employee self-service portals, and its target audience is definitely the employee. And the portal allow the employee to access the centralized knowledge articles, and also you can submit the cases from here too. And the heavier one is a partner portal, and definitely the target audience is a partner for that. And you can choose this option to build a portal where the external partners can manage and collaboration on accounts and the opportunities. And like add-ons are available for like a dynamic 365 field services or the dynamic 365 project services with this feature or this template. Basically, you can actually start the portal from the blank also, where the portal form blank option is meant for the unique line of business scenarios which is not good and fit with the other portal options. So the portal can be configured to address a variety of the requirements. And if the portal from blank is provisions with a common data services environment, with Dynamic 365 enable specific features for forms, and the other portals can incorporate it into the in this portal later. And the last one, which I just told, a customer portal, which is for the enterprise B2B, and this is for the Dynamic 365 supply chain management customer portals. It's a template that provide you the portal to access a Dynamic 365 supply chain, which chain management data by using the 12 right CDS entities. So this is somehow you need to be very wise. You may discuss with the SMEs or the business before spinning up any of the portal or working on the top of that. And here I just conclude the features like the portal template features, which built as a common foundation, like a portal base, including the all of the following features. So like an example, the ability to configure on the portal by using the portal studio is available in all, like it's a base which is available in on the all the portals. You can use the content management, including content publishing, designing, theming, search, multilingual support, and maybe the different templating. You have an extensibility that built in on the web pages, template, entity forms, entity list, and much more. Security is definitely is one of the primary concept in the base portals. And then you have the common features like ads, polls, rating, and comments. This you can enable it for any pages in any portals. So where the portal templates are different in around of the functional area, like a specific business process, such as a case management. So these features are deployed as additional managed solution and make it easier to add missing features if it is necessary. The only thing what you need to consider here, like the support of the Azure Active Directory as an authentication provider included in the base portal or the portal base. But the important aspect here, the Azure AD authentication feature as used by the employee self-service portal is a bit different. So in employee self-service portal, the signing process validate the users has a required Dynamic 365 license, which is important, like required Dynamic 365 license. So for employee portal, you need a Dynamic 365 license also too for all their users. And access is denied. You will get it if you don't have the Dynamic 365 license assigned. So it's not only the AD, but apart from AD, you should have the Dynamic 365 license, at least the team license. And if a particular feature, for example, case management is available in two different templates, it will be same for the like same feature offering in the same functionality for the other portals too. So then you need to really consider for some dependencies, like if you're using the project service automation or the field service integration, you definitely need to install those solution prior for that one. So this is somehow is very important, which I think everybody should know. And when you used the right way, like Microsoft Dynamic 365 for customer service can lead you organizations provided world-class customer service that leads to unwavering customers loyalty. In 2020, the way interacted, especially in the corona or the COVID situation, the way we interact with the customer has changed dramatically, with a majority of the customers expecting a digital response and presence from their brands and the organizations. So, accordingly to the Foster research, there are around 86% of consumers use a web or the mobile self-service to find the answers. When customer service agents are provided the right tool to manage customer job satisfaction increase as well as the client retention. It is easier for agent to provide the right answer or the lead customers to them. This is certainly reflect the Microsoft Dynamic 365 customer self-service portal where customer can send support tickets relevant to their questions or the concern. In addition to those benefits, like job turnover time is also reduced when customer service agents have the right tool to help their customer, like we see in the in previous session where it shows it. So I don't want to just like re-demo the same things and repeat it here. Then again, like from the Microsoft Dynamic 365 for customer services, one of the greatest tool that provide the comprehensive solution for the customers and the customer service agents alike. So it's also opened the channel, the different channel of engagement through the customer preference to a unified platform, like emails, comments, attachments, and so on, even the chats, phone too. And agents are empowered with all of the resources they need to succeed in their role. So if the case is raised from the portal, like from the agent perspective, they can see the 360-degree of view of the user or the customer, that okay, what is the background for and every aspect, like not only the background, what kind of category he is, location and everything. So he get all the 360-degree of view, and he would be in a best or better situation to fulfill the customer requirement because he have all the intakes in his hand. So you can add hyperlinks or poll, for example. Meanwhile, customer can search for articles to navigate the community forum for the answers about your organization, product, or service. That the other way, like you can provide them to decrease the pressure from you for every information from your site or your shoulder. So which way knowledge based articles can be surfaced within the portal and organized accordingly to the most popular via the search bar for the customers. So before going further, basically, I would like to just show a few more things here in the portal. Like I shown you the admin panel. Let me just quickly give you a brief for that one because it is somehow really important to understand. So on the first step, basically, you will get all the portal details, like what is the URL, what instance, who is the owner of that particular app and everything, target audience. You can change it, the bindings later on. You can change the portal state from enable to disable, like if you really need to give a pause for that, maybe for some upgrade or something. The option here for the enable portals for early upgrade, I would recommend just keep it for the dev system or maybe UAT, definitely not the production, because you don't know the impact without testing. Ideally, Microsoft even don't recommend to push it. So that also like an important aspect. We have tons of the portal action. I can just quickly brief you, like you can add the custom domain, you can restart your portals, and this is one of the way actually when basically your portal is like running very slow, is hanging around, or maybe if it is especially in the dev instances, like you have a lot of cached insert, you make some changes in the pages but it's not reflecting, or maybe the data too. So you are okay to just come and restart it from here, and then you will get all the cache invalidation there. So this is one of the aspect, but please keep it note when you restart the portal need a time to boot up and on the first hits. So it will take time, and your portal performance also will be degraded on that aspect. So it's not advisable to restart the portal on every fortnight or every hour. You can update your Dynamic 365 URL. You can install basically all the like packages or the solution, like for project service, PSA, and the field service. You can get a public key. It's for the integration aspect. Especially like if you need to integrate with the Power BI or something, you can get the latest metadata translation, which is basically the metadata translation means you have a site in English, but then you enable the 15 different languages. So this latest metadata translation will provide you some of the basics translation. And if you don't have the content snippet translated available for that, then definitely this will help you in that case. You can disable and enable log for like the logs I have already explained. You can reset the portal. So it will just reset the portal to the initial stage. Definitely it will not delete any of your existing work, but it will reset. So it will reset to the default. If you have your own custom pages, web templates, it's not going to impact on that one. You can change the base URL of the portal. So suppose you are not okay with the specific URL, you can always go and change the base URL. And definitely you can update the portal domain. So you can, like from the Power App portals to, you can make it to the Microsoft CRM portals. It is up to you. You can definitely change it. You can enable the maintenance mode. Whenever you will enable, you may provide the custom pages also, like okay, the portal is under maintenance or something, you can pop up the notification to the end users. So this you can actually enable it from here. The next is you can definitely set up the custom domain and SSL. For that, you can manage the SSL certificates too. You can manage the dynamic 365 instance. Like suppose you created a portal for some trial instance and then you need to move to the another instance, you can definitely go and move it. You can definitely set up the SharePoint integration. As I told, you can set up the Power BI integration. How to do this, I will show you very quickly if I will get enough time for that. You can run the portal checkers. You can manage the portal authentication keys. So your portal authentication keys is valid, I think, for 2 years, and every 2 years you need to update your keys. It should be automatically updated by the Microsoft itself, but maybe you need to just keep eyes on there, because you will start to get notification that your key is gonna expire, please update it. So in that case, you need to come here, like an admin need to come here and update it manually. You can also just whitelist or blacklist the IP addresses. So if you need, okay, this portal list need to be accessed only from my office premise or the network, you can definitely do this. You don't, if you think that, okay, it need to be only available for this particular IP ranges, you can definitely do this, or the vice versa also. If you need to blacklist some of the IP ranges, you can definitely come in here and perform those actions. So I will just quickly show to run the portal checker by the time. Just give me a second. Run portal checker. So this is one of the way actually to just see the health of your portals. If something is not running up and fine, or something is not getting like proper configured, you will get a notification there. I will come to this. Okay, let's come. So an example, everything is passed. So this checks is always keep updating from Microsoft. They are putting more and more checks. Initially it was 17 or something. I think it's now more than that one. So one thing is there, like entities are not enabled for the cache invalidation, and it gave me a brief that, okay, my KPMG tax underscore membership entity, it's not enabled for the cache, and it also gave me the way how to fix it actually. So I need to go and fix it in this particular way. So it's very nice way to administrate this, to customize and configure this. And I would always recommend to always keep your eyes on the portal checker, which is available there. So let's quickly come to there. So I already explained the maintenance mode, clearing cache. You need to restart your portal. There is another way. I will show you that too. You can get a latest metadata translation, IP address restrictions. Everything is already been explained. Let me quickly jump to the next slide. And here basically like what's new in that. And yeah, so basically you have a theming support for your studio. You have a CDS portal migration schema, so which is available if anybody need it for any of your portal, like any variety of your portal templates, I can provide you. It's also available with the MSN docs, and you can integrate the Power BI with that. The page layouts are available, and you can just like initially it was less, but now Microsoft is keep updating the page layouts too. Portal checker rules I already explained. And then you have also the portal design studio enhancement, like if you use any CRM or CDS list, or some of the liquid rendering, you can immediately get the output on the design studio. So you don't need to wait for that. So it's not only like it's not basically like you just added it and you don't know what will happen. So you will get a complete WYSIWYG feel there. Okay, so basically like what is the focus area for Microsoft right now? Like they are making more simple, so it can be used by the business or the citizen developers. Um, it's more reliable. So more reliable, like they are focusing. It doesn't mean that it's the portal solution or portal app is not reliable. It's more secure and reliable, but Microsoft is definitely pushing more into that one. Because as I told, like they have a tremendous increase on the number of users or number of portals which is running on right now on the Microsoft clouds. There is not everything is for the developer, sorry, citizen developers. There is like there is so much things coming for the pro developers also, and there are focus areas on the integration with the PVA. So it's already there, but there are more enhancement there. So you will keep getting news for the new features in upcoming days. There are few of the known issues. So I can just quickly brief about that one. Like the rich text for the notes in the timeline is not supported by the like the Power App portals, and due to the ongoing compatibility issues with the updated Yahoo YDN OAuth providers, like the users are basically getting some temporary issues in the authentication with the Yahoo identity providers. Sometimes your environment, when you create your environment along with the starter portals, the owner of the portal is not displayed correctly. It's always displayed at a system, but it should be the owner like who created it. So this is also the known issue where Microsoft is working right now. And sometimes what happen, like when you just you have a portal pages in a hierarchy for two more than three levels, the page from the fourth level onwards, it's not displayed in the Design Studio. So this is also one of the stuff. Color pickers are related string are only supported in English. So the other languages not supported in that case, unfortunately for now. A few template page on the employee self-service portal are not been rendered correct breadcrumbs. I will tell you what is the breadcrumbs in my demo in a shorter moment. So it's basically the uh, navigation on the pages, and only the CSS applied at the root page level displayed in the theme page. So if you're trying to updating the CSS file name with the same name for some other CSS file available for the portal, so portal studios is basically asked you to replace the file, which should not be. And if your image uploaded for one page, it became the child of that page. So if you delete and the page, the image will also deleted, and then it will not be rendered on the other other portal pages, which should not be, because image is attached as a web file, and web file can be accessed by any of the pages. So this is something like what are a few of the known issues where Microsoft working on that. Now let's quickly talk about the latest wave 1 release. So basically, like there are a couple of my favorites into that one, like identity provider configuration, portal search. So identity provider configuration, like now you can have more easy way to configure it. Portal search is now available for your custom entities also. Theming, you have more options there. You can integrate portal like Power BI directly from your design studio. Now you have robust Power Platform admin center. So this is all what is available. Let me just quickly show you right now a couple of more things regarding the admin one. So give me a sec. So let me go to the so this is what I'm talking about. Like when you reach to the admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com, you definitely, like it's a new admin center. Initially the portal stuff was not mentioned there, so you need to go to the specific instances, and from there you can reach out to the portals. But now with the latest release, you can directly go to the, just let it load, you can directly go to the resources, and then you have a portals available there. So it will surface all of the portals which is available to your tenant. So just give a second, let it load properly. Yeah, and now you can directly make like your admin stuff or admin configuration from here. So you don't need to go to the specific instances and do it from there, which is one of the new stuff. Um, Themes, let me just quickly show you the themes, what I meant for that one. Okay, just give a sec. So now I would like to just show you the design studio basically. Give me This is somehow the portal design is today, which I was talking about. So you can just add the new page, and now you don't have only the blank and the landing page layout, but you have the multiple layouts available. So this is this is a part of one of the announcement. You can just go and see the complete hierarchy view. You can add the component. So maybe if you just need to add the Power BI here, so you can just select any of the element where you need to inject or the component, and go click on the Power BI. Power BI is there. You can just go and check like it's for your customer, for your own organization or whatever. So an example, if it is for org, you need to just put the AAD like as a authentication, AD authentication. If it is for customer, then you need to put some stuff there in the bindings. Workspace, like if you have any workspaces, it will show you there. It will show you the dashboard. So I need to show the reports. So I will just opt it for the reports here. And then I have one report available there. I can select the page one there, and everything is already available. I can just go and apply the roles and the filters. Like if I just need to show the reports only for the specific user's account or something, I can definitely go and do it there. The next one is the themes here. So like you can enable the basics themes. You have a lot of preset themes already available. And if you don't need it, you can definitely go and enable, or you can basically create your own custom themes, for which I was talking about. Like it was also recently introduced in the wave one release. So you can just create your own custom themes, and it's just think it like how easy it is. As a developer, you or as a designer, you don't need to write a CSS for that one. You can directly do it with the clicks here, with few clicks. The same is for the themes, and then you have a templates available, so you can use any of the available template for that. So I will not save this one, and then I will just quickly go to my. So this is what I told, like one is the identity provider. Let me just show that too. I think that would be a nice way. Okay, so it's already there. Basically, I need to delete it. So it will not destroy my page. So an example, like as I told, like you from there, you can directly reach to here to your identity provider from your make.powerapps.com. You can disable it, you can enable it, you can configure it. Like you have multiple options to serve this. So you don't need to jump on each other's pages, the bindings and everything. You can directly do most of the things here. And if you have your own like providers, you can just directly go and add it from here too. So it's like this is pretty simple for now. Um, Portal search, as I told, like it's now available for the custom entities. Themings I have already explained you. Power BI integration, I can explain you very quickly. That let me see what's the next one. Is a Power Platform Admin Center, which I already told you, like how to reach there, and you will get all of your portal instances in the portal tab. And then I will come to here. But now let me just quickly show you how to integrate the reports basically. So I just created a report on my Power BI, and what you need to do it actually, you just simply like after creating the report, you can simply go to the tenant settings. So admin portal, tenant setting, and then you need to come down here for the developer setting, but I will give a pause. I will just show you something in the groups. So basically, you need to go to your Azure, and Azure, you need to go to the like Azure AD. And let me just quickly show you what I meant for. It will be more easy. So you need to go to your Azure Active Directory, go to the groups, and basically here you need to create a new group. So if you create a new group, it will become like this. So I will not create it, but I will show you something here. And while creating the group, you need to provide the object ID. And this object ID is actually you can get the from the portal admin center, which I told you, like if you need to integrate with some other component, you can use it. And then automatically like your portal Power BI embedded service will come here. You can use as a member to add that one. So if you can see here, like it is already added as a member there. So as a service principal type. And then you can come to the portal. You can come in the developer setting. You can enable it. You can specify the security group. So suppose you just need to use for the Power BI embedded service team members. For team members tab, you can come here. You can apply this, and then basically again you can go to your workspace, open the report, go to the specific report which you want, and then you have an option here to embed it. You will get a URL, or if you need to embed it as a iframe in your portal, you can just go and opt for this one quickly. So I just opted in on one of my page here. So I just show you what I meant for. Like it's already there. So you can definitely come and embed it. How to embed it, I can very quickly show you on the page. So you don't need to do anything. You just put a Power BI authentication type is anonymous, and then you need to give your path for that one. Or the second option, you can also inject an iframe. So it's pretty simple. There is no rocket science required. It's pretty simple to configure and just put it there. I will just quickly give you the way, but need to just show a couple of more things here. So this is the membership entity I have created. It's a custom entity, and to surface the data from CRM to like a forms and the views, it just took around 15 to 20 minutes for me. So now you can actually create the new records here. Simply, you can edit the existing records, and everything is pretty much possible with the CRM entity form. So basically, these are the CRM entity forms. These are not anything very specific for the portal. I have wrote it from the scratch. I just use the CRM entity forms there. So you can opt it from, you can actually view, you can edit it also. So if you edit it, you can edit with the existing one. This is again an edit form available in the CRM. I just reuse it. So this is somehow the stuff are available. I will quickly show in the here. So I will just give a quick view because I have still 5 minutes available, and then I will quickly jump on the next topic. So I will not give very detail into that one, but just give a quick aware on about this portal entity. So you have a website, and if you have more than 4 or 5 websites, you will get all the bindings there. So basically it's for that. So currently I have a customer self-service. Maybe you have an employee or the partner or the community also. So those all will be listed here. Then you have entity forms, which I told you, like it's very much similar as a entity forms and the views basically in CRM. So you can use the entity forms and the views in the list. Um, you have some other options, but the most important are here the site settings and the settings. So setting is basically for all of your portals available. So it will apply on all of the portals if you have 4 or 5 portals. But the site setting is very specific for one of your portal, like for which you are changing the stuff. So an example, just if I just need to disable the Azure AD login, I can simply go there. I can make it false. But as I told, like here you can see this is customer self-service. If you need to create it for the other portals also, you need to create this manually for the other portals. So whenever you spin up the portal, by default it will come, but I'm talking about the new site settings if you really need to work with that. Let me just show you very quickly about my membership page. So I started with the web pages because this is kind of the root. So in the web pages, I create a web page called the membership. So I can show you here. It meant for the customer self-service portal. The parent should be the home. And here I use the page template something. The state is published and the draft, so it's okay. I use the entity list called the membership view. And entity list, as I told, like it's a CRM list basically, and you just easily surfaced like a views easily surfaced here. I will go to the page template, that how the page templates look like. So on the root, I have the web pages, which like your request will come to the web pages on the base of the URL. Then it will check, okay, what are the page template I have. In the page template, you will get a web template. And in the web template, basically your all the liquid templates are coming. So you can check, okay, something. If just an example, like if I don't have a user, so please don't show anything. So if I will go back to the portal and just log out from here, I will not able to, not from here, maybe from membership, I will not able to see any of your data. So this kind of the liquid templating, you can do it, and it is already available out of box, and you will get tons of the links. So you can see, like now I'm not able to see my CRM list data there. If you just put this also in the if block, you will not able to see the reports too. So something like this, you can definitely do it here. Um, Now quickly, let me just jump back to the. So it's icing on the cake, and it's one of my favorite. Like 2 days ago, so I'm sorry, Microsoft announced the long-awaited ProDev capabilities, which is the web APIs on the portals. And portals, basically web APIs, enable the building a richer user experience inside the Power App portal pages. So you can directly use the web APIs to create, update, and delete operations across all the CDS entities for your portals. And like, for example, you can create a new account, update the contact, or you can change the entity permission for a product using portal's web API instead of using the portal management apps. So this is, you can do it. It is in the preview. So first thing, it is in the preview, and it must like your portal version must should have the 9.2.6.41 or the later one. So it is in the experimental phase, and that's why it has some issues as well. The only thing is what you need to consider here, like it's not available for the config entities, like if you have a ADX site settings or something, so it's not available for that. But this is also a known issue. So as per the documentation, it is not available, or it should not be available. But this is the known issue from Microsoft, that currently if you try to use this, you can make the changes there. So anyway, Microsoft is working on that one. And how to use it, like you need to use the web API, then you need to give a entity name and the enabled or the disabled basically in your site setting, and then you need to provide the fields. So if you provide the asterisk there, it's applicable for all fields, and if you provide the specific attribute, you need to give in a comma separated values. And in error, like you can simply show like if there is error, by default it's false, but if it is true, then basically it's they are some of the mandatory site settings, so you will get the errors in details in that case. So if no fields defined for this entities, something like that. And this is somehow it's like it's a security model. So as I told, like user or the contact is on the root, then you have web roles. In web role, you define what kind of entity permission the person should have respect to every entities. Then you have entities, and the portal web APIs actually deal with the entity. So you have a complete security mechanism there. And the important thing, because you are running with the portal environment, so you don't need to authenticate it. The only thing what you need to do it, you need to use some tokens like a CSRF tokens, which there is already a code available for that one. So we have one of the portal session or portal Saturdays coming up, and hopefully by the time we should get more clarity, and we could show the demos on that one, on like how to use the web APIs. And yes, so I have already shown most of the things while demo itself, and I think we are already running out of time. So I can just give you a brief about some of the valuable resources which I have compiled it, and it's good to have those valuable resources. I will share the decks and in my social platforms, and you can just get it from there too. And I'm really thankful to all of you to spend your valuable time today, and looking for your positive feedbacks and the suggestions. So please scan the QR codes or use the short URL to access the feedback form. It will not take more than 20 seconds of your, but it's to provide your valuable responses. And it's really means a lot for me to improve it in my like my skills or myself. I will also paste this URL after the session or the chat window. And you can definitely connect me on my social platform, ask your queries there on the Twitter handlers, which is at the rate Ambesha19. Scan the code and connect me over the LinkedIn. Subscribe my YouTube channels for the slides or for more demos on Azure and Dynamics 365 and Power Platform technologies. And I'm really thankful for all of you to spend your valuable time today, and looking for your positive feedbacks and the suggestion. And I hope you find the session interesting and useful, at least to find a new dimension on your external facing low-code website requirement. So I would like to open the floor for the question quickly. If you have any, or I'm okay to just provide the response over the chat window too.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ambesh. That was a really good session, and I've been monitoring the chat window, but we haven't got any questions. Oh, there is a question from David. The
Yeah.
marketing comes with the event portal. Can you still use custom Angular project to update this, or they have to be done via the portal app?
So for the event portal, it's altogether different actually. Even their licensing plan and everything is different. So initially, very initially, when we had the dynamic, it was the part of the marketing one, but now it's totally separated. Regarding the other frameworks, you can use the Angular, you can use the Node.js and the other frameworks, but then you will probably not able to get the basic functionalities, which is like kind of the authentication and inbuilt authentication, the web role concept, and the security mechanism, and the other stuff from the portal. So you need to start it by your own, and Microsoft will not take any responsibility there. But the good part is there, like because they introduced the web API. So I think it's a boost on the custom portals altogether with the different frameworks. Maybe it's especially in the client side frameworks. So it will give definitely a boost on the custom development on the portals.
Great, thanks. We have a couple of more questions, but it seems like Victor is responding to it. Thanks,
Mhm.
Victor. And if you still have your question pending or you're still looking for more further detailed description, Ambesh, will you be able to actually like share your responses on the chat itself?
Yeah, sure. I will
Yes.
be responding on
Right.
the chat for any open queries.
Absolutely. Because we are running out of time at the moment. It's
Yeah.
already 4 minutes over.
Hmm.
So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Narayan. Thank you,